taking profits aggressively and how that can help you, or at least it helped me a lot today. So I want to get into the trades in a sec here, but I just wanted to talk about taking profits aggressively. And on a day like today where, the shorts were presenting, I managed to take two short trades, actually three short trades, but one was a wash. So let's just call it two short entries. And they both worked out, and I took profits aggressively on both of them. And I'm up around 350 in each of my funded accounts. So I'm up almost just over $1,000 on the day, and I can't be mad at that. So it's these. I'm going to keep talking about it and just sound like a broken record, but these small base hits, even though I'm trying to get $2,000 a day profit target right now, I'm just trying to build that confidence and that conviction in the trades, and I'm doing that slowly. And I had to size up today, which is something I've been wanting to do and have been practicing the last few weeks, and stayed convicted in sizing up and just managed to take profits aggressively, having more size on. And that's helped me versus trying to stay in the trade and start to second guess myself. Just having that conviction, taking those profits, watching price action. It's starting to slow down. And again, today was a day where we had no news. We came off a big move yesterday. It seemed like there was no volume. We had a 15-point opening range, which is that's tiny compared to what we've seen in the last few months. So, yeah, it was, you basically, on days like this, you got to take profits aggressively. You can't sit there in the trade for too long and hold out for more and get greedy because, when you have a tight opening range, it could just chop all day. Who knows, right? And I didn't want to be stuck in any of that. So that's that. The 50K giveaway still going on. So, you know the rules. Follow me on Instagram at the Randy Baines. Follow me on X at the Randy Baines. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comment in the video. Let me know. You'll get an entry in. And on top of that, if you're looking to buy any accounts with Top One Futures, right now, if you use my code, there's 55% off Memorial Day sale going on. And you'll get 55% off any account. Use my code. And what I'm going to do is an added bonus. I'm going to give you double entries for every account you buy. Every purchase you make at Top One Futures, I will give you an extra 2 entries into the giveaway for the 550K challenge account. So that right there is, I gotta say, a smoking deal. And if you're not in the market of buying an account, or you're not interested, again, just do those 3 things. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on X, and subscribe on YouTube, and you get an entry into the giveaway. So even if you don't want to purchase something, there's I want you to win. I want you to take something away from watching these videos and following along and tagging along with me. So that is that. Now let's get into what I was seeing at the desk in the morning and go from there. So getting to the chart this morning, I was actually watching price action a little bit in the overnight session, and it was just brutally painful. As you can see, it chopped around in this 10-point range in between the previous day's point of control and previous day value area high for, 4 or 5 hours. And finally, it just slowly drifted lower. We get below the previous day's point of control. It's under the start of day VWAP seller step on the gas. They pull it down some more. And then buyer stepped in here pre-market. I don't know what happened. There must have been some news, or just, I think it's just a slow grind down, and the buyer stepped in, got it back above the daily VWAP, above point of control, above value area high. So as you can see, the rest of pre-market, it chops around above the previous day value area high. Now, when you look at this chart, I got a naked point of control at just above 59.60. There was actually one at 59.49 where it was originally, and I moved this up going into after the open. And I'll get into that as we get into the trade, and I'll show you why. It was actually engaged at the opening bell on there was a push up at the opening bell, and it got engaged there. So I moved it up to the next naked point of control. Let's have a look at, So the trades we would be looking at, or what I'm going to be looking at now, is, so we're above the previous day value or high, and we're above the previous day's point of control. I'm looking for this to just chop around, maybe get a pullback down to the point of control and push higher. As you can see, we're putting in these higher lows. Everything looks bullish. Will the trend continue? And if anything, I'd be looking for something like that, even down to there. Now, if we can take this point of control, I could see price pulling down to previous day's value area low. Again, it would still be a higher low. We would still be above this low, so it would still look bullish, and you could see something like that and then up. So again, I'm not coming in with a super strong bias. We're up pretty high price right now, so I could see, somewhat of a pullback. And again, I could see buyers stepping in and taking this up to this naked point of control. So let's get into the actual trades themselves, and we'll go over that quickly and call it a day. So here you can see that naked point of control was up here at 49. And market opens, I'm on stream live with ASFX, and we get this push higher. And on this bullish candle, we take that naked point of control at 49.50. And then you can see price chops around here and then decides to come down. So I went and moved that to find the next naked point of control, which was above it at 59.60. And I just kind of watched price. When price sliced the New York, this was an interesting level for me, but again, we're above this previous day's value area high, so I'm not looking at the shorts just yet. Let this shakeout opening range sets in. We get a push below. Buyers try to step back in. Now here we are below the New York, below the daily VWAP, and now we're below the previous day's value area high. So I could look to scalp a short. I let this shake out a little bit more. Wait for the 7 o'clock or the 10 a.m. candle to come in, see what happens. I'm not racing to do anything. This could just be a higher low, and price, like I said, could easily find support at the previous day's point of control and go straight up. So I'm just going to hang tight. I'm going to give it a minute, let it shake out and see where it goes. As you can see, price kind of chops between the point of control and the value area high, pulls back down. We get a break of the low a day VWAP. Now I'm interested in getting in short. I got two things on my side. I'm below previous day value area high, and I'm taking this low a day VWAP. Now I'm looking for a break of the point of control and to take profits if we can get through with some strength. Maybe I'll take profits down here at the previous day's New York VWAP, or I'll just take profits aggressively. And what happens? Price chops around. Look at it's finding some nice support here at the point of control. So it's kind of got me thinking. But you know what? Until we take this low a day VWAP and we come back up and we start testing this previous day's value area high, I have to be convicted in the idea. We get this bearish candle right open off the previous day's point of control. I take half off here. Price comes back on me. I get stopped out at the point of control where I moved my trail to my stop to. As like I said, we get back above this, it could just go straight up from there. So I'm out. I'm up 360 on two of my funded accounts that I copy trade. Top one futures 150K, so I'm up 720 on this trade alone. I'm good with it. I'm content. Let it ride. So what I did now is I switched over to my aggressive account, and this was another short, and exact same thesis behind it, like same idea, same everything, looking for a continuation. So what am I looking at now? Price pulls back here. I get stopped out. We're back above this point of control. Now on this bearish break of the point of control and a new low a day VWAP, I get short again. Again, I have these two things talking to me. I have the previous day's point of control, and I have a low a day VWAP. So I got two confluences. We get short. This thing just chops around at this low a day VWAP. I'm quite comfortable with the way the sellers are holding it nicely. And we get another move down to previous day's New York VWAP. I take half off and trail my stop aggressively. Price comes back around on me. I get stopped out on the rest. This is labeled wrong. This was in the my top one futures 150K single straight to funded account that I trade just by itself. It's a more aggressive account I trade, and I was up 312 or something in it. I can't remember exactly, but it was just over $300. So again, good with it. Done on stream. Caught those two shorts. I'm happy with myself. This is the kind of trading I want to do. We'll come back and have a quick peek at the calendar here. And as you can see, there it is, right? Those two trades, I'm up 1,000. I'm up 3K on this week already. So let's just keep this momentum going. These red little blips are just red blips. They stand out because they're red. But at the end of the day, if you look at the end here, I'm up every week so far. So let's see if we can finish this week strong and close out the month in May strong. And you can't go wrong with that. So that's kind of my goals. That's what I'm looking forward to. Again, I'm giving away 550K elite challenges with top one futures. The rules. Follow me on all my socials, Instagram, X, here, everything. You can find me at the Randy Baines. Subscribe, comment here. I always appreciate you guys being here. And then, if there's anybody interested in getting any accounts with top one futures right now, if you use my code, you're getting 55% off. That's 5% more than top one futures is offering. And every purchase, I'm going to throw in 2 bonus entries into the giveaway. So thank you. I appreciate it all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Cheers.